They really are trying to shoot themselves in the foot, it seems. Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and in this vid we will be discussing the latest patch, or let's say patches, that came out between the 30th of September and the 1st of October. Now I allowed myself some sleep last night because I was thinking, well, until they release for the PlayStation platforms I can have a breather, and I wanted to recuperate a bit because I was kind of tired after the stream and nothing was happening. So I slept a bit, I woke up a few ago, and I'm just sitting here with my cup of coffee thinking what the fuck's wrong with this whole situation. So let's talk about it. First and foremost, the gameplay you see is just me helping a dude that I queued up with clear his 1-2 on intense. I always enjoy helping other people get stuff done, so we teamed up with Mighty Alpha, and you can enjoy the fruits of our labor. Now about the patch itself, or let's say the patches themselves. I'm gonna read the features real quick, and then I'm gonna break down what's happening and why I think that what's happening is a bloody mess. New features. Quickplay has been added to the game. Players can now queue up for any campaign mission that matches their difficulty and challenge card preferences. The option becomes available once you complete the full campaign. Animations. Animations have been improved for the salute and come here emotes whilst having a pistol equipped. Very important, they had to address it ASAP or the world would crumble. Consumable turrets should now correctly display their elemental effects. Tactical opportunities. Enemies should now be appropriately tracked for the tactical opportunities, elimination elite synthetics, and elimination pathogen stalkers. UI. Dog players should no longer see an untitled UI notification indicating they had recharged energy for their trauma station ability when cancelling this ability. Visual improvements. Fixed an issue which could prevent characters with large save files from properly being loaded into a mission. For you who don't know or didn't stumble upon this, if your save file is large enough, you cannot join any games, you must always host. So if you are in a company of hardcore players who've pretty much bought everything and done everything, then one of you will always have to host, and that will be okay for them, but the other two of you, well, you won't be able to join them. I released a vid about a week ago with a makeshift solution, with a band-aid solution about that situation, and it works, but it's a bloody mess, and no player should ever have to go through that shit in order to just queue up and play a bloody game. Some of us have busy lives, we just want to enjoy the game that we bought. Okay. Players should no longer be prevented from using an edkit while in range of a damaged turret. Optimize aspects of the anonymized player name setting interface. Corrected the interactable range of the objective in mission priority 1 extract. Players should no longer be able to interact through the floor. Okay. Fixed location where the AI companions could get stuck in the world geometry during missions priority 1 extract. Like, who gives a shit about alpha and beta at this point? Players should no longer be able to switch their kit loadout in unintended situations. They released this on September 30th for Xbox and PC. Okay. Apparently this broke Horde, so they released a hotfix, and the hotfix states, fixed an issue that could prevent players from queuing for Horde mode and certain other missions whilst being in a group. So they released one patch, they broke another thing, Horde, then they had to release a hotfix to unbreak the thing that they just broke. Now this is all dandy and good, excluding the fact that they came out with the following statement earlier today, saying that we released a hotfix for an issue introduced with yesterday's patch that could prevent players in a group from queuing to Horde mode and certain other missions. For PlayStation, we can confirm patch 1.1.9 will be going out next week, but we'll have today's hotfix in it, blah blah blah. Now, guys, Since I've been working on the review that so many of you requested as well, I have to be honest with you and tell you what I think about this whole situation. First and foremost, is a PR nightmare doing this when people have been unable to use their purchased product for a while now because of bad matchmaking, a shitload of bugs, and so on and so forth. If it ain't done, don't sell it to people. It's one thing expecting a small studio to shit out content every couple days, which is practically and humanly impossible, and another thing to have everything standing on even ground, serving the entirety of the customer base so everyone can use what they spend their hard-earned money on. The thing with PlayStation, the thing that's happening here is unacceptable. I waited almost 48 hours to bring this vid out in order to have tested it myself, but I couldn't and I won't be able to for a few days. This doesn't help the game, guys. Okay, we know how internet people can be, we know how, well, gamers can be. This creates malice and animosity towards the developer, thinking that they have favorites amongst the community. You cannot expect at least 40% of your user base to be served on a functionality basis almost a week after the rest of your users. This is a PR nightmare, and it pisses the hell out of me because the game has integral working issues. Because I've been dishing out all the content, I've been playing the game like crazy since day one, and I am not, of course, able to join anyone because my file size is huge. And for the next of the week, the company is like, until the next week, it's like, well, deal with it, brah. Dividing your players' base opinion on your game like this is not helping anyone. They've already stated that the new batch of content will be coming out in December. In between these dates, from the last content update up to the second, we'll be getting Back 4 Blood, and in December, Halo Infinite unleashes for the Microsoft ecosystem. Are they trying to kill it? That's what I wanna bring to the table with this discussion. Are they trying to actually kill the game that they made? Which I'm pretty sure was created with blood, sweat and tears because it was a very bumpy ride to get it out of the door. If you cannot evenly help your user base, don't pick favorites. It's fucking up your image to the public. Almost a week later for the PlayStation platform, and considering how much the PlayStation platform is outselling Xbox on most fronts, it's almost half your user base. It is very annoying, and I have really zero issues myself because I've done pretty much everything instead of spending 6 hours of my life electrocuting little fucktards to get my related trophy. I've done everything. But even if I wanna just sit down and play the game to chill, I'm unable to get my people in here with me. And I don't know if many of you were in the stream last night. We have to restart the application at some point, losing all viewers because it was hitting single digits when it came to the frame rate. The frame rate for the game is still broken. It behaves however it wants. There is no guarantee that it will work the next time you boot it up, or if it will work properly, and so on and so forth. When I'm reading stuff like alpha and beta won't get stuck in the environment, whilst the game is barely playable at this point, I'm 50% amused and 50% enraged. Not everyone has it the way I have with life, that I can just sit here and play a ton of video games every day and enjoy them. Some people work double shifts, then they try to get home, grab a bag of chips and a beer, sit down with their mates and enjoy a game that they purchased with their money in a pandemic situation where money is scarce, and half of these people, almost half of these people, are left with their dicks up their anus, waiting for Cold Iron to wake up and give them patch they already programmed. And if it's not on their part and it's like some quality control for Sony, then wait and patch everyone on the same date. Keep radio silent until then. As it stands, they fix one thing with each one of these patches and break 3. They have to pull their act together and make it functional. Like the game, a month after its release, should be 100% stable and working condition. People don't manage information about broken products the same way they did after Cyberpunk. These fiascos are not acceptable, guys. And they shouldn't be. And I have all the apologists out there saying that, oh, just small studio. Yes, we do not expect a deluge of content every 3 days. But make it functional is not an added benefit. You bought it to use it. Okay. For me, this game has been a godsend because at the moment in my life where I had time to invest in YouTube, I got a huge boom in my community, and I help you. Thank you very much for that. And well, by now we're bleeding players. Only the hardcore base remains, and I'm making all this stuff for you guys, and I'm extremely grateful for you coming to the streams and so on and so forth. And that's exactly the reason why I'm angry. They're doing us a disservice, they're doing you a disservice by creating and recreating this FUBAR situation every few days. Developers should be held at a higher standard. And in Cold Iron's case, they have to get their shit straight when it comes to priorities. Fixing emotes and how alpha and beta behave when the game runs on 5 frames on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, machines that are running GPUs equal to the 2060 Super, the game can run with a 1050 on PC and run smoothly, verified, with much weaker CPUs, and here we're dealing with this clusterfuck and they just will patch whenever they feel like it. I don't wanna come across as ranting, guys, but I think this is getting really annoying. It's been over a month, the game sold really well, and all that revenue, all that income should be going towards improving the game, getting more people to work in the game. I don't know if you know of a game called Splitgate that's totally free to play, and it has the cleanest netcode I've seen in recent years, but these guys have had a product out for, let's say, a couple of years, and now they're in season 0, like they actually came out of beta, and the game's working flawlessly. Well, the PlayStation platform has some graphical glitches, but you don't even have to purchase it to play, and it's working as intended. Like, you paid for this, and if you got the deluxe, you paid almost 80 euros to get this. And if you've been playing a lot, the dev is out to tell you that your save file is too big. If you're playing on PlayStation, you won't be able to play until next week because fuck all. Anyway, those were my 2 cents and thoughts on the latest 2 patches, the patch and the hotfix. On Monday, I will be streaming with a specific plan in mind. I already posted a community message about that, you can check it out. Also, I am extremely grateful for your patronage and generosity when it comes to the supers in the stream and the stickers and so on and so forth. Consider Patreon if it's something you're interested in and you could afford. It really helps me tremendously, guys, especially when the game keeps losing players like this. It will really make things much more viable for me to keep dishing the content out. If you need any help or have any specific questions, I will answer everyone's inquiries, Patreons or not. I'm never gonna divide my firebase. I'm here for you and I will help you if I can. Sub, like, and share for more content like this. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers.
It's over. Oh, God.
Keep it tight.
Finally.
My board's clear. Collect our man. Fuck. He ain't got a pressure suit. Stand by, fire team. New plan coming. Co, let's talk.